It's time, my friends. Time to take on the dragon. Send in the sacrifice! Godspeed, Skelly. Godspeed. Hello there, and welcome back to Rowcraft. Season 5. Episode 6, I think. It's time, my friends. Time to be flying around the server like birds on the wing. And in order to do that, we must kill the dragon. And in order to do that, we must open the end portal. And in order to do that, we must find the stronghold. So here I am, desperately searching for the stronghold. I wonder if I find it. But seriously, while I'm off searching for the stronghold, let's go back and see what's been going on at the village. So this week, I decided, what with signs needing to be waxed to lock the text now, that there might be more need for a bee farm this season. I've had my troubles with bee farms in the past and have been forced to come to the same conclusion that everyone else who has ever worked with bee farms in Minecraft has come to. And that is, bees be stupid. I love the idea of being able to have some form of an open-air garden farm with bees zipping around from flower to flower and to farm all their honey and wax that way, but yeah, any open-air bee farm is doomed to failure. Bees get lost. A lot. A lot. God forbid there be any water anywhere near the farm, because even though water is deadly to bees, they will eventually all end up floating out over the water, desperately trying to get pollen from swimming. Thankfully, enclosed bee farms are actually very simple to make. As with all my builds, I'm doing this one without any real planning. I mean, I know the basic shape the farm must take to work, but not really sure how I'm going to fancy it up afterwards, so it doesn't have any exposed redstone. As you can see, though, I've decided to go with a bamboo block palette to see what I can do with the new blocks. The bright yellow of the bamboo really limits what other blocks it plays nice with, though. Thankfully, yellow seems kind of fitting in association with bees. Now, we have to wait until nighttime before we install the beehives, since the bees might get out and not return to the hive later. So, while we're waiting for that, I'm going to finish the basic shape of the farm. You know, I probably overstated, but I'm not going to go for anything too fancy here. My thinking of farms is that ultimately a boxy shape is okay. What I mean is, you don't want to build your house and just make a simple rectangle with a triangle on top for a roof. It ends up looking very much like you built something out of Lego. With farms, I kind of excuse it because this is kind of like a manufacturing district, and in that mindset, it's okay if the buildings have a basic squared-off shape to them. I'll do my best later to add a little texture at the end and make it all look good. One thing I've learned the hard way about bee farms is that there needs to be an air gap in front of the dispensers. If you fill that air gap in and are collecting bottles of honey, then the bottles will pop out and float up through those blocks and end up on top of the farm. If the farm is underground, the bottles might actually float all the way up to the surface. Took me a long time to figure out why that happens on other farms I built, and it's all because there needs to be that air block in front of the dispenser so the bottles pop out and fall on the ground. This isn't an issue when using shears for some reason. Why, you may ask? Because Minecraft, that's why. Now with the hives installed, it's time to cover the roof in slabs to prevent mobs from spawning up here. I'm going to use trapdoors over the dispensers to allow me to refill them from time to time as the farm runs. I always try and leave myself a little easy access area for the maintenance of the farm later on. Once I finish this up, I'll start tinkering with the outer appearance of the building and bring you back in when it's all done. Oh, there you are. Thought I'd lost you. Well, you know, I hate to do this, but in a true Gragore moment, I tinkered away at the bee farm until I finally liked it and then completely forgot to record it in the moment. So, that kind of forces me to use current day footage of the farm so I can show you what it looks like in its final form. This means you'll see a few things in the background that I haven't shown you yet. Just try and ignore them for now. I'll get to all that other stuff at some point. That said, let's take a look at the farm. The first thing I should mention is I switched out the flowers from torch flowers to pitcher plants. I was reading online that using tall flowers reduces entity collisions. For those that don't know, entity collisions are when two bees try and inhabit the same spot. I mean, it works for everything, but in this case, we're talking about bees. They collide, and that causes a small amount of lag. Get a lot of collisions going on in one area, and the lag adds up. So, the idea is, if all the flowers are short, then all the bees try to get the pollen from the same level, where with the tall plants, they have the option to get the pollen from the top and the bottom of the flowers. I have no idea if this reduces entity collisions, but I changed it out on the assumption that it couldn't hurt to try. So the one thing that really stuck out about bamboo blocks is all the vertical lines. My goal was to break up those lines as much as possible. The bamboo stairs and trapdoors are a nice way of adding the illusion of depth to the build, but thankfully, Mojang added in the bamboo mosaic block, which I used on the walls to add in a few horizontal lines to the build. In the pillars, I found I really liked using the green bamboo block to break up all that yellow that bamboo just screams at you. I think it kind of works, especially behind the ladders. Now the ladders, especially on the corner pillars, not only break up the vertical lines of bamboo, but are also actually functional. The maintenance area is on top of the farm, and you can jump on the ladders and actually climb up to the top, and everything works out great. I like the way it looks, and it's functional too. What else could I ask for? Overall, it turned out way better than I thought it would at the beginning, but be sure to let me know what you think in the comments below. Well, hello again. You've come back just in time. I think I found the stronghold. The last couple of tosses have sent me in opposite direction, so I know I'm close. Let me toss one of these in the air so you can see. So I know the stronghold is off at this direction. So now I'm going to throw up another Eye of Ender while standing on the side of this hill, and we'll see what we see. Okay, let's try about here. I tried from the beach last time, and it sent me up the hill, so can't see it anywhere, but sounded close when it dropped. There it is. There it is. So basically it's under our feet somewhere. Let's dig straight down and see if we find it. Okay, we found the stronghold. Now let's find the portal room. And here's the portal room. Isn't editing just magical? Oh, back away, you slimy little crawly thingamabob. All right, now that we know where the portal room is, time to build a path in the nether so everyone can get here. And whatcha! Portal lit. Let's get everyone gathered up and see if we can slay us a dragon. Ah, I see the cannon fod, I mean Skelly, has arrived in all his glory. And heeding the call of glory on this day were Skelly of House Rocker, the G to the power of 3, Gragore, the insane one from House Nutter, Stormy from House Springs, and the seahorse of legendary ferocity. Together, this band of rogues took on the dragon in a battle whose retelling would last through the ages. Oh, it's over. And so, once more, the contest begins. Who will be the first? The first to bring flight to the world of roguecraft. Ah, hello there. Hopefully you enjoyed the epic tale of the battle with the dragon. But now, with that behind us, I am out on the search for an end city and my first elytra of the season. Speaking of elytras, one thing that we discovered once we got off the main island is an end city with an end boat right at the remote portal we arrived at. I mean, just look at that airship. What luck for us to find an end boat so quickly. I mean, it does seem to be a bit odd-shaped, doesn't it? And almost as if the front of the ship were cut off in some sort of horrible airboat accident in the sky. But no worries. It's not like there's anything important in the front of the ship, right? Right? I will. Yes. In a true Minecraft teaser moment, we found a ship right at the portal out, only to realize it had generated without the elytra. Curse you, Minecraft! But oh well, no reason to dwell on broken hearts and dreams. We just need to push on and find another end city and with another boat. And it's not like they're hard to find or anything. Anyway,
2 hours later.
I've finally found a city, and it even has a boat, and the boat even has a front end to it. Fingers crossed, there might actually be an elytra up there too. I'd look up at the boat, but I'm terrified to catch the eye of some Enderman with anger issues. Until I have an elytra on and equipped, I'm going to keep my eyes on the ground and away from meeting the gaze of any Enderman. But this year, I think we'll do something a little different and take the old-fashioned approach to the elytra. What's that, you may ask? A full-on ground assault. Let the montage begin. Come on, you little shulker. You can't hide from me. And there it is, hanging on the wall. My first elytra of the season. I'm going to take a few moments to enjoy this. I hope you enjoyed the video. I enjoyed making it. Until next time, I have been Gragore, and this has been Roguecraft. Wherever you are and whatever you're doing, always try and find a way to make it fun. See ya!